When Sarah Chen's boutique fitness studio hit $340,000 in revenue in year 3, Forbes featured her as a millennial entrepreneur to watch. 2 years later, she was $180,000 in debt, closing the doors and filing for bankruptcy. She didn't fail because of lazy marketing or bad location. She failed because of the one thing no entrepreneur talks about: profitable revenue that destroys you anyway. Pattern interrupt plus setup. This is the story everyone in the entrepreneurship space hides from you. The Instagram gurus show you the revenue screenshots. The podcast hosts talk about scaling. The business coaches sell you on 7-figure blueprints. Nobody talks about cash flow. Study from US Bank. 82% of small businesses fail because of cash flow problems. Not lack of customers, not bad products, not competition. They're making money. They're just going broke anyway. Sarah's story is a masterclass in how this happens. And if you're running a business or thinking about starting one, this might save your life. If you want to understand how businesses actually work, not the highlight reel, the real operations, hit subscribe. We break down the economics behind success and failure. No BS, just math. Let's get into Sarah's story. Full story plus economic breakdown. ACT 1. The launch, Chapters 1-2, Chapter 1. The beginning, 045 to 345, 2017. Sarah Chen is 28 years old, living in Portland, Oregon. She's been working as a fitness instructor at Equinox for 4 years. Makes $42,000 per year teaching classes and doing personal training. She's good. Her classes are always full. Clients request her specifically. But she's frustrated. Equinox takes 60% of what clients pay. Sarah teaches a $35 class with 30 people equals $1,050 revenue per class. Sarah gets $18 per hour, $36 for the class plus setup, breakdown time. Equinox gets $1,014. Sarah thinks, I could do this myself and keep all the money. The plan: Sarah wants to open her own boutique fitness studio. The problem: she has $8,400 in savings. Opening a fitness studio costs $80,000, $150,000. The solution: start with $0. Here's what Sarah does. This is brilliant. Month 1. Rent space at a community center. $45 per hour. Promotes a Saturday morning class on Instagram. $15 per person. 12 people show up. Revenue: $180 cost. $45. Space rental. Profit: $135. Month 2. Adds a Sunday class. 18 people total across both classes. Revenue: $270 cost. $90 profit. $180 per week. Month 6. She's running 4 classes per week at various rented spaces. Average attendance: 22 people per class. Revenue: $1,320 per week equals $5,720 per month. Costs: $720 per month. Space rentals. Profit: $5,000 per month. Sarah quits Equinox. Goes full-time on her side hustle. Year 1 totals: revenue, $68,640. Expenses, $8,640. Space rentals. Net profit, $60,000. Sarah takes home $60,000 teaching fitness on her own terms. She's thrilled. Economic concept number 1. The bootstrap beauty. Sarah proved her concept with zero debt and minimal investment. She tested the market, built a following, and generated profit from day 1. This is the right way to start a business. Validate demand first. Keep overhead near zero. Profit before scaling. Most entrepreneurs do the opposite. Borrow money first. Sign leases. Build before testing. Hope customers come. Sarah did it right. So why did she eventually fail? Because she made the mistake that kills 80% of successful small businesses. She scaled. Chapter 2. The Scaling Decision, 345 to 715. 2018, Year 2. Sarah's classes are packed. She's turning people away. She has a decision. Option A. Keep doing what she's doing. Rent spaces, teach 15-20 classes per week, make $60 $80K per year, low stress, high profit margin, total control. Option B. Open a real studio, sign a lease, hire instructors, scale to 40+ classes per week. Build a real business. Everyone tells her to choose option B. Her business coach. You're leaving money on the table. You need to scale. Her boyfriend. You can't teach classes forever. You need to build a business that works without you. Her Instagram followers. OMG, open a studio. I'd totally come. Her accountant is the only person who says, Sarah, you're making $60,000 profit with zero overhead. If it ain't broke. Sarah chooses option B, the studio build out. Sarah finds a 2,200 square foot space in a trendy Portland neighborhood. Costs. Lease. 3-year commitment, $4,800 per month, security deposit plus first, last month, $14,400 upfront, build out, flooring, mirrors, sound system, showers, reception desk, $38,000 equipment, weights, yoga mats, spin bikes, $22,000 software, booking system, payment processing, $3,600 per year, insurance, $4,200 per year initial marketing, $6,000 legal, permits, $2,800 working capital reserve, $15,000 total startup cost, $106,000. Where does she get the money? Personal savings, $28,000 small business loan, SBA, $50,000 at 8% interest, credit cards, 0% promotional rate for 18 months, $18,000 family loan, $10,000. She's $78,000 in debt before opening day. Month 1 in the new studio, January 2019. Grand opening, free trial week. Huge turnout. 150 people try classes in week 1. Sarah thinks, this is going to be huge. Month 2. Of the 150 trial members, 48 sign up for monthly memberships. Pricing. Unlimited monthly. $140 per month. 8 classes per month. $95 per month drop-in. $20 per class average member. $120 per month revenue. Month 2, 48 members times $120 equals $5,760 plus drop-ins. $840 total. $6,600 expenses. Month 2. Rent. $4,800 loan payment. $950 per month. $50,000 loan over 5 years. Utilities. $420 software. $300 per month insurance. $350 per month marketing. $800 cleaning supplies, MISC. $280 Sarah's salary. $0. She's still teaching all the classes herself. Total expenses. $7,900 profit. $1,300 she's losing money. Month 6. Membership grows to 87 members. Revenue. $10,440 per month. Sarah hires her first instructor. $35 per class. Teaching 8 classes per week equals $1,120 per month. New expenses. $9,020 per month. Profit. $1,420 per month. Finally, profit. But barely. And Sarah is teaching 20 classes per week plus managing the business equals 60-hour weeks. She's making $1,420 per month for 60 hours per week. That's $5.40 per hour. Less than minimum wage. Year 2 totals. Revenue. $98,000 expenses. $94,000 net profit. $4,000 Sarah took home $4,000 in year 2 after working 70-hour weeks. In year 1, no studio, she made $60,000. She's making 93% less after scaling. Economic concept number 2. The fixed cost trap. Year 1 model. Variable costs only, pay for space when you use it, no debt if revenue drops. Expenses drop automatically. Year 2 model. Fixed costs equals $7,900 per month minimum, rent, loan, insurance, utilities, software. If revenue drops, expenses stay the same. Break-even point. $7,900 per month equals 66 members. The trap. Fixed costs create a floor beneath which you're always losing money. Sarah needs 66 members just to break even. In year 1, she had zero break-even threshold. Every class was pure profit after space rental. Now she's trapped. Can't quit. She has a 3-year lease and $78,000 in debt. Can't shrink. Fixed costs don't go down. Can only grow. And growth requires more investment. ACT 2. The Growth. Chapters 3-4. Chapter 3. The Revenue Explosion. 2019-2020. Years 3-4. Sarah doubles down on marketing. She hires a social media manager, $1,200 per month. She runs Facebook, Instagram ads. $2,400 per month. She partners with local influencers. Free classes in exchange for posts. It works. Month 18 to 140 members. Month 20 to 189 members. Month 24 to 247 members. Year 3, 2020. Revenue. $340,000. Sarah is featured in local news, Portland's hottest boutique fitness studio, Forbes Online, millennial entrepreneurs to watch, Instagram feature page. 47,000 followers. She's the success story. But here's what the Forbes article didn't mention. Year 3 expenses. Rent. $4,800 per month. 6 instructors. Now teaching most classes. $8,400 per month. Total loan payment. $950 per month. Sarah's salary. $4,500 per month. Finally paying herself. Utilities. $680 per month. Higher with more usage. Software. $450 per month. Upgraded for more members. Insurance. $580 per month. Marketing. $3,600 per month. Scaled up. Manager salary. Front desk plus admin. $2,800 per month. Cleaning service. $520 per month. Equipment replacement, maintenance. $380 per month. MISC supplies. $420 per month. Total monthly expenses. $28,080 annual expenses. $336,960 net profit. Year 3. $3,040. Wait. What? Sarah made $340,000 in revenue. She netted $3,040. 0.89% profit margin. After working 60-hour weeks, managing 6 employees, dealing with angry customers, and stressing constantly, she made $3,040 for the year. In year 1, with no studio, she made $60,000. She scaled herself into poverty. The illusion. Sarah's Instagram shows packed classes, happy clients, $340,000 revenue. Press features what it doesn't show. $78,000 in debt, $3,000 profit for the year. 60-hour work weeks. Panic attacks from cash flow stress. Economic concept number 3. Revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. Cash is reality. Revenue equals total money coming in. Impressive number for Instagram. Profit equals money left after expenses. What actually matters? Cash flow equals timing of money in versus money out. What kills you? Sarah had great revenue, terrible profit, and disastrous cash flow. Here's the cash flow problem. Members pay monthly. $140 per month on the first of the month. Sarah's expenses. Rent. Due on the first. Instructors. Paid weekly. Every Friday. Loan. Due on the 15th. Utilities. Due on the 10th. Manager. Paid bi-weekly. 1st and 15th. Marketing. Charged to credit card throughout the month. Equipment. Supplies. Purchased as needed. The timing trap. January 1 to 247 members times $140 equals $34,580 comes in. January 3rd 7. Instructor payroll. $2,100 goes out January 1st. Rent. $4,800 goes out January 10th. Utilities. $680 goes out January 10th 14. Instructor payroll. $2,100 goes out January 15th. Loan payment. $950 goes out January 15th. Manager pay. $1,400 goes out January 17th 21. Instructor payroll. $2,100 goes out January 24th 28. Instructor payroll. $2,100 goes out January 31st. Manager pay. $1,400 goes out by January 31st. Money in. $34,580 money out. $32,630 cash left. $1,950 but wait. Sarah needs to pay herself. $4,500 pay marketing. $3,600 pay insurance. $580 pay software. $450 buy supplies. $420 equipment maintenance. $380 total needed. $9,930 cash available. $1,950 shortfall. $7,980. How does she cover it? Credit cards. Every single month, she puts $6,000 $8,000 on credit cards to cover the gap. But revenue is growing. It'll catch up. It doesn't. Chapter 4. The Death Spiral, 2021, Year 4. The beginning of the end. March 2020 happened. COVID shuts down gyms. Sarah's studio closes for 3 months. Zero revenue. Full expenses. She applies for PPP loans. Gets $32,000, forgivable if used for payroll, rent. Uses it to survive the shutdown. June 2020. Reopens capacity restrictions. 25%. Can only have 15 people in classes that used to have 30. Members are scared. Many cancel. Membership drops to 168. Revenue. $20,160 per month. Expenses. $28,080 per month. Unchanged. Losing $7,920 per month. Sarah uses the rest of her PPP loan to cover losses. October 2020. Back to 80% capacity. Membership recovers to 201. Revenue. $24,120 per month. Expenses. $28,080 per month, still losing $3,960 per month. Credit card debt by January 2021. $47,000 between COVID losses and normal cash flow gaps. Minimum payments. $1,320 per month. New monthly expenses. $29,400 January 2021. Sarah gets desperate. She launches a 3-month prepay promotion. Pay $350 upfront for 3 months unlimited, normally $420, plus get a free tank top. 94 people sign up. Revenue from prepay. $32,900. Sarah thinks, this saved me. Here's what actually happened. Sarah got $32,900 in January. But she just sold 3 months of future revenue at a discount. Those 94 people won't pay monthly fees for February, March, or April. February revenue. Regular members. 107. The ones who didn't prepay. Regular revenue. $12,840. Expenses. $29,400, losing $16,560 in February. She used the January prepay money to cover it. March. Same problem. $16,560 short. April. Same problem. $16,560 short. By May, the $32,900 prepay money is gone. And now those 94 prepay members want their classes, but they're not paying anything. Sarah just created a 3-month revenue hole while expenses stayed the same. Economic concept number 4. The prepayment death trap. Prepayments feel like a windfall. We just made $32,000. But you're borrowing from your future self. You get cash today by sacrificing cash later. If your expenses are already too high, prepayments don't fix the problem, they delay it and make it worse. Sarah needed to cut expenses, not pull future revenue forward. June 2021. Sarah tries to recover. Raises prices. $140 per month right pointing arrow $160 per month 37 members cancel. They can't afford the increase. Membership drops to 164 new revenue. $26,240 per month expenses. $29,400 per month still losing $3,160 per month. Credit card debt. $56,000 August 2021. Sarah stops paying herself. If I just don't take a salary for a few months, we'll catch up. She picks up Uber Eats shifts to pay her personal rent. She's working 70 hours per week between the studio and Uber Eats, making $2,400 per month from Uber. Her studio is losing $3,160 per month. She's netting $760 per month. December 2021. Sarah can't make the loan payment. Misses it for the first time. Can't pay 2 of her instructors. They quit. She has to teach those classes herself, back to 25 classes per week plus managing the business. February 2022. Credit card companies raise her interest rates to 29.99%, penalty APR for missed payments. Total credit card debt, $68,000 monthly minimum payments, $1,920 she can't pay them. May 2022. Sarah receives an eviction notice from her landlord. She's 3 months behind on rent, $14,400 owed. She also owes $9,400 on the SBA loan, back payments, $68,000 in credit card debt, $12,000 to her family. She borrowed more to stay afloat. Total debt, $103,800 revenue, $18,480 per month. Membership down to 132, expenses, $29,400 per month, losing $10,920 per month. She has $840 in her bank account. June 2022. Sarah closes the studio. Files for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Total business lifespan, 5 years. Peak revenue, $340,000. Ending debt, $103,800. Economic concept number 5. The entrepreneur's trap. Growth isn't always good. Sarah's business failed not because she had a bad product. Her classes were great. She lacked customers. She had 247 members at peak. She didn't work hard, 70-hour weeks for 5 years. She didn't market. She was on Forbes. She failed because she scaled fixed costs without scaling profit margins. She confused revenue growth with business health. She used debt to fund operations instead of profit. She prepaid her way into a death spiral. She ignored cash flow while chasing revenue. The brutal truth. Sarah's best financial year was year 1 when she made $60,000 profit with 0 overhead. Her worst financial decision was opening the studio. She would be wealthier today if she never scaled. ACT 3. The lesson, chapters 5-6, chapter 5. Where Sarah is now, 1500 to 1730, 2024. 2 years after closing. Sarah is 35 years old. She's back to teaching fitness classes, but not at her own studio. She teaches at a local gym, $38 per hour, 15 classes per week equals $2,280 per week equals $9,880 per month. She's making $118,560 per year. No overhead. No employees. No debt, discharged in bankruptcy. No stress. She's making double what she made at the peak of running her studio. And working 40 hours per week instead of 70. Her reflections, I interviewed her, I thought success meant scaling. Everyone told me, build a business that runs without you, hire people, grow, grow, grow. Nobody told me that bigger isn't always better. I made $340,000 in revenue and felt broke every single day. Now I make $118,000 and I feel rich. Because I actually get to keep it. The worst part? I loved teaching. I loved my clients. But the studio turned into 90% business management and 10% teaching. I scaled myself away from what I loved. If I could go back, I would have stayed in year one mode. Rent spaces, teach classes, make $60 $80K, have a life. That was the dream. I just didn't realize it until I lost it. Economic concept number 6. Lifestyle business versus scalable business. Not every business needs to scale. Lifestyle business supports your desired lifestyle, doesn't require employees, infrastructure, lower revenue, higher profit margin. You are the product. Service example. Sarah, year 1, $60,000 profit, low stress, scalable business. Requires infrastructure, employees, systems, higher revenue, lower profit margin. Initially, designed to sell or grow massively, you build something bigger than yourself. Example. Sarah, years 2-5, $340,000 revenue, $3,000 profit, high stress. The mistake. Assuming lifestyle businesses need to become scalable businesses. The reality. Most entrepreneurs would be happier and wealthier staying small. Study from Guidant Financial. Small business owners making $50,000 $80K per year report higher life satisfaction than those making $150,000 plus per year. Why? Less stress, more control, better work-life balance. Revenue is a vanity metric. Profit and quality of life are what actually matter. Chapter 6. The Real Blueprint. Here's what Sarah wishes she knew, and what you need to know if you're running or starting a business. Rule number 1. Profit first, scale second. Or never, before you scale, ask. Is my current model profitable at 30% plus margin? Am I personally making enough money? Am I working reasonable hours? If yes to all three, don't scale. You've won. Enjoy it. If no, fix the model before scaling. Scaling a broken model equals bigger losses. Sarah should have asked, why am I only making $4,000 per year on $98,000 revenue in year 2? The answer. Fixed costs are too high. The solution. Either increase prices dramatically, cut costs dramatically, or go back to year 1 model. She chose to scale instead. That's what killed her. Rule number 2. Fixed costs are the enemy. Keep fixed costs under 30% of revenue. Sarah's fixed costs. Year 1 12% of revenue, just space rentals. Year 3 54% of revenue, rent, loan, insurance, software, utilities equals $18,360 per month out of $34,000 per month revenue. Once fixed costs exceed 40%, you're in danger. One bad month, one membership dip, one emergency, and you're underwater. The test. If revenue dropped 30% tomorrow, could I still cover fixed costs and survive? If no, your fixed costs are too high. Rule number 3. Cash flow in GT. Revenue. You can be profitable on paper and still go bankrupt. Cash flow rules. Get paid up front when possible, but don't prepay your way into a hole like Sarah. Delay expenses when possible. Negotiate net 30 or net 60 payment terms with vendors. Keep 3 months of expenses in cash reserve. Sarah never had this. Sarah's fatal mistake. Members paid monthly. Expenses were weekly, daily. She was constantly chasing cash, using credit cards to bridge gaps. Better model. Annual memberships paid up front equals entire year of cash in month 1, smooth out cash flow. Or weekly auto pay equals revenue comes in weekly to match weekly payroll. Rule number 4. Debt is a tool, not a solution. Good debt. Used to buy income-producing assets. Example. Loan to buy equipment that increases capacity, revenue. Bad debt. Used to cover operating losses. Example. Credit cards to pay rent because revenue.